Hello everyone, this is FallenDice and welcome to episode 25 of Burpcraft Feed the Beast with FallenDice. So, fresh off our awesome assembly room adventure, it's time to start moving on into a couple other things that I've been wanting to do for a while but just haven't got around to. So this here is where we're going to be working probably for today and maybe even another episode or two. I don't know how long it's going to take for this to get built and to pretty much do to it what we want to. But this area here is going to have two uses. Number one, I want to put my portal slash library book room in this space here. In addition to that, I also want to finally make my enchanting experience room. So when you do the bees, where you walk in and you can just pretty much get all the experience you want. And in addition, we're going to play with a new mod, Bibliocraft, that we've added to Burpcraft, or Burpmod. Or Burpcraft, Burpmod, however you want to call it. But yeah, so we're going to have some fun stuff to play with here. So this is going to be an interesting build here, though, because this is going to require something very foreign to Minecraft, and that is circles, or at least half circles and stuff. So this should be a fun, this is probably the most complicated building that we're going to have to do in this, especially considering the fact that it still does a slanted up shape, kind of like the pyramids, a smaller version, but in a circular form on this back area here. So what we're going to do first, though, is this base area here is once again a platform kind of similar to what we have over there. So I'm going to do that first, and then I will be back as we're ready to do some more building. Alright, so the base of this is done. I'm going to kind of go up to kind of show you. This is kind of a really unique looking base. I like how this fits in. So our basic structure is going to be like this. The front part is squared off, and probably from about here up we're going to have maybe a little bit closer, and we'll have the normal stairways going up into it. The cool part is this is about halfway, this is about the center of it, and from here this back part is a circle. As I said, trying to put a circle in a square game. So it's a very unique looking structure. Now if you look, because we're centered on the pyramid here, obviously we don't have an odd number. Normally with circles it's nice to have like a single block in the center. Obviously here we couldn't do a single block. So it's the same here. So going through doing the Google searches and stuff, I found even circles. Circles that have like a even number on the edges and stuff like that. So what we're going to do from here to here, which is about center, is 34 blocks. So basically, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And the reason why we're doing this is we're going to be able to draw a line down the center. It should help us as far as when we're making the different turns and stuff. Because like I said, this is going to be an interesting build. Alright, so 17 and 18 are going to be the center blocks. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, 17 and 18. So this is our center. So we'll just kind of do that for color. And if we actually look down the line, you can even see that we are, yes, lined up on the center. Now I'll do the same thing from here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Is it 7? Should be 17 at the first one. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Nope, we need to go one more. Alright, so that'll be the outside edge of this. And over here is inside. And I'm kind of doing it in like this. This is The more fun part is, we're gonna, use our facades to angle this up as we normally would, but as we get to the next level, then I'll be going to a different size circle and kind of recreating. So I'm hoping that we can really make this look proper, and this may take a bit of more creative use of the blocks and things, but we will see. Now to begin with, though, so the first layer here, from the center, it looks like 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 3 more out, other than the center. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to do it on both sides, just 1, 2, 3, to kind of keep it going, and then it goes in and 3 more. So 1, 2, 3. And that way, if we meet at the end and it doesn't quite match up, then we know we messed up on something. Alrighty, and we got 2, 2, and then from there it just looks like it's a straight corner shot across. Okay. So that's how, and this looks honestly like this will be a little bit easier to, how do we say manage, to round off. So it was it 1, 2, 3, 3, and 3, 2. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And we'll do the same thing over here again. Oops, actually over here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then straight shot across, and that one actually doesn't match up. What did we do wrong on this one? And that's why we do it this way. Let's see. Make sure the same numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And we're not. Okay. So from the looks of this one, I may have gone too far or not far enough. Yeah, because this is right up on that inside lip of the stairs. And that's not. Okay. So actually this should have been. So, simple enough to fix, but that's why we kind of did it the way we did it, just to make it easier. Another thing too is if you look down on the floor, you can see there's a little bit of a difference. On the outsides where we're going to be able to walk, I kind of tried to put more torches to give it a different lighting, and then where it's going to be inside the building, it's a little bit more spread out. So I'll fix the edges over here to kind of match it up so it all looks the same. Alrighty, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There we go. Now we're gonna have to fix some lighting issues, like I was just mentioning. Yeah, so let me get the lighting fixed up here, and then I'll be right back. Because what we need to do now is we need to kind of shape this up, similar to what we did on the edges, and that's where this is going to be the. I'm going to guess the problems we're going to be running into trying to make it look the same. So anyway, I will be back in a moment. Alright, so we're ready to move on here. And I put in the backing, kind of how we do this normally. So actually let me get rid of these two, make sure my lighting's good. Alright, so we're going to go three per level. And there's going to be 4 levels. The pyramids went either 3 or 4 per level, but they were stacked on each other, so each one of these was actually 8 or 6, whereas it's only going to be 3. So it's not going to be as tall. In fact, the very tip of the top, which is going to be a separate building on the top of this, will actually be a little bit taller than the base of that, is the plan. So we'll kind of play this as we go, but here, let's see kind of how this is going to turn out. Again, like I said, I'm not sure how this is going to work, so I'm really, really hoping that I can find a way of making this work. Now we've got you, and can I put them both in there like this? Or Actually, do I want to just put in a full block? Let's see, if I put in a full block, you know what, that's fine. I think that may just kind of be the way we have to, the way we have to do this. Let's see. So actually every one of these little inside corners will be a full block. There we go. And then between them, the, well, I'm using sandstone triple panel for this layer, so then it's the triple panel strip is the in-between here to kind of give it this. Alright, so far so good. Put you back in there. Now the ultimate on this is going to be to see how the next layer, how that layer comes out. Because if this will work for both layers, then this is going to be a success. Alright, so now here's the fun part again. I think we're going to have to keep going with the full... Ooh, no. Okay, how about if I use you? And if I go like this, how's that look? You know, that'll, I think it's gonna have to do. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but I think it's about as good as we can kind of expect, because again, we're turning corners. That's the major issue with this whole problem, is we are turning corners. But honestly, I think this is actually okay. So what I'll have to do, of course, is I'm going to need to do a few, you know, finish the entire layer here, and then go up and do the next layer, and then just kind of glance at it and see how she looks. But for the moment, and actually let me just finish this part here, and then we'll go up and take a peek and see. Oops. Get rid of you. And we'll take a look at this from a little bit of a distance and see how this looks. Interesting. Oh. Whoa. You know what? That, I think, oops, that actually kind of works a little bit better. I hate when I drop those. Okay, so now when I look at this, you know what? That works. Yep, that will work. Now I just need to see how the next layer looks, but it's enough of a turn. Like, if you're looking at it from different angles, it does look like it's turned. It does, you know what I'm saying? It looks like it is a circular. Alright, well, I'm going to continue on with this, and then I'll come back and show you kind of how this ends up at the end. But I'm wondering if maybe... Let me stuff those down here on these big ones as well, just to kind of round off these inside edges as well. Not bad. Not bad for a circle inside Minecraft. Alright, well, I'm going to keep playing with this, and I will be back in a little bit. Alright, well, I think I'm going to have to be okay with it, just because, again, I'm not making a sphere. And I know they have things in there for how to make a sphere. This is meant to be slanted wall going up. So on edges like this, you know, it looks pretty good. And the thing is as we go around, I mean, it does have the look of somewhat of a circle. Just is not as nice as I wish it could be. But, I mean, it is what it is. So I'm probably just going to have to be okay with kind of what we've ended up with. What I may end up doing, you know, is tweaking here and there with some of the stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But for now, I'm just going to... Oops. I'm just going to have to be happy with what we got for now. And up here, we'll be able to do, you know, what we want to. And maybe as I add in the rest of this, because again, once we put these straightened edges coming here and over there, it may actually add more to the look. So I guess I should kind of hold final judgment till we get to that point. So anyway, now the next part, and this is our basic, you know, pyramid action that we've done in all of our other things. So I'm going to do that real quick off camera here. This is actually going to kind of slant up with the wall here, but we'll see it as we get to the end. But I'm going to do this part here, and then I will come back once I've got this section here finished, and then we'll kind of see how it looks, see if we really want to go and do any tweaking. I may still do some more tweaking on this, you know, after we get all of it together, just to kind of see if I can fix it a little bit. But anyway, for now, this is where it is. So anyways, I will be back shortly. Alright, she's starting to come together a little bit better. Obviously, I still have torches and stuff in place. But we now have a set of stairs off to the front here. That, you know, similar in style to what the other ones are here. Again, I'm hoping that the ceiling is going to, or not the ceiling, but the top of it is going to add something to it. Because, I mean, right now this is kind of cool. And I'm not sure if I'm going to have some type of entrance, or maybe we'll put some kind of trees, or maybe this will be some type of park or something. We'll figure something to put up here, because right now it's a huge empty space. I still, man, I wish there was something I could do better with this. And one of the things is it's almost like it's not steep enough. Like these ones, they definitely have that nice steep look to it, and if there was a way I could make it, I wish. Again, I'm going to have to play around with this a little bit once we get this all finished up and try to see what I can't do as far as the outsides of this. We'll see. Anyway, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the some more of the red wool now, the little points at the top that go around here. That'll circle the outsides, except for where, obviously, we have the stairs going down. And then there's a circular building that's going to go here. Only this one doesn't kind of angle in. This is a straight up and down. So if we get the right... This should be a lot easier with the micro blocks to get a really nice circular pattern. Bring it up, and then we'll see what we can do with the roof and whatnot. And again, like I'm saying, I'm hoping that this part here, and with the reds across the top and the building, will kind of tie it together. So we'll see. So anyways, let me kind of put this together a little bit, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so here's what we got so far. And still, some of the buildings we've done here so far I've really, really liked. And I guess this one's okay. I'm probably just going to have to be happy with it. Now, what is going to be cool, though, is what we'll do inside. So I haven't figured out exactly what we're going to do, or how we're going to do in here. Other than somewhere in here is going to be our bee experience area, and probably a few other things. We can almost make, you know, some different types of rooms and whatnot. But up here for sure, this is going to be our book room. So figuring if we make like the little pedestals that have all that you can put the books on. I mean, that gives us the ability to put, you know, quite a few books here. You know, the little stands over there like that. So, you know, and I'll just make this my my Portal 2 room. So when I portal in here, it'll have all the books, you know, for all the different places, and I can just go up and click on them. So that'll be cool. I may play a little bit with the... I mean, this looks kind of cool. I just need to adjust where I put the torches. So, that means now I need to decide, do I want the entrance here or there? I'm thinking probably here, which means... the old center of the platform. You know, I probably will keep it up here, I guess. I don't imagine I'm going to be coming in here very often. This is not going to be one of my high traffic areas. So when it's time for me to do some enchanting, that's when we'll come into here. So I think the first thing I need to do is clean up the inside here, because right now, you know, the jagged edges and stuff, I don't like how that looks. So I'm going to do, like I said, a little cleanup in here, kind of smooth out the walls, and then we'll get back in here and see how exactly we want to set up our bees. Because maybe we'll probably put I want the bees and the enchanting to be in the same area, so I don't have to leave to go enchant and then come back. And I also want something that's going to have chest right there, so I can basically just take the items, or, you know, enchant the book if it's one I don't like. I set it there and it gets transferred somewhere. And eventually I want to hold on to them, because eventually we're going to be able to, you know, stack the books in the anvil and create better, you know, stronger books. Actually, we can do that. Can we do that right now? I'm gonna have to look into that. I know in vanilla, in the new vanilla, you can. I'm trying to remember if we can stack the books like that in here yet. If we can, that'll be awesome. If not, we can just wait till we can. But either way, so that, and then I'm probably gonna do some Bibliocraft stuff in here to kind of make it cool for storing our books and stuff, the good ones. So anyway, let me do this, and I will be back in a few. All right, so I think this is about where we're probably going to cut this episode. We're going to cut it in half, and we're going to finish this in our next one. But first of all, I've basically put in the floor lighting like usual. Oops, looks like I missed a spot here, so we'll go ahead and throw another one in here, just so we don't have torches everywhere. And then for the actual portal room itself, I've played with some of the new Zycraft blocks. It seems like it's a mystical room, because this is the books that will transport you to other places, so it seemed like a good place to actually put these in. And eventually, at some point when I get into ThermalExpansion, I'll probably use some of these blocks for that as well. But for now, this is going to give me the ability to pretty much access anywhere in my base, including the new stuff as I add the things, as well as, you know, some of the other guys in the server. I can, you know, instead of carrying the books around, I'll have it here, so I can just come to one place, carry one book with me, and it'll pretty much get me wherever I want to, which is cool. Now down here, this is going to be our next big project, and this will be our next episode. But here's where I want to set up my XP room, and we'll kind of play around this a little bit as we go. I don't know yet what I want to do in these side rooms, other than, you know, I just wanted to kind of have them set aside and ready so that as I come up with something that they're there. Maybe have something to do with storing the books that I don't want. Keep the good ones in here. I don't quite know yet. I also need to do a little research on my bees, find out exactly how far away from me I can be to still receive the experience from them. And I know that there is a bee that you can discover that gives you a real big range, and I need to make sure that that's the bee I use, or that's the trait I use, so I can kind of put them further out, and that'll allow me to fit more of them in instead of, you know, having them tightly packed, and probably underneath me as well. The reason for a lot of the room on the outside is because I want to set this up to actually have them working properly. So they're going to be living and dying, getting recycled through. And I think that technically things still work right now where you don't need to, but I know that obviously that's going to get fixed at some point. So I want to kind of have this thing set up to basically work with the system the way it's going to be intended to, so I don't have to come back and fix it later. So, but anyway, so that's where we are right now. Again, it was another build episode. Haven't done one of those in a while. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out maybe as well as some of our other ones have done. I'm not going to say it doesn't look good, or it looks bad, I should say. And I think I'm just going to have to kind of get used to it. We'll see as more items get put in there. But
the interior is definitely coming along, and I definitely like how it's coming along and how it's looking. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.